Hey everyone, welcome back to more Warhammer 40,000 Gladius, Relics of War. I'm DisturbingPuppet. We're continuing the campaign here, playing as the Orks, so we're into our second step here, our second video. So we have a few missions we've got to do. We're not really working on that too much. We are working on eventually getting a Weird Boy, and then we're going to kind of wander around and do stuff, because we get free resources, but I'm not really prioritizing the... Wow, what's wrong with his arms? I'm not really prioritizing the quest in this run. It's just kind of kill everybody off. Yeah, when they grab the guns, like, I don't think your elbow's been that way. That's kind of horrifying, actually. Okay, models being weird. Anyway, we have run into the Dark Eldar. So they're kind of hanging out over in this area. We have beat up a few of their units, mainly been fighting the Psych Noon here. There's been tons of them around, so we keep chasing them down with our buggies and killing them, so we're going to keep doing that. I got a bunch of choppers here. We did some exploring and then found just a crap load of Catachan Devils out here because there's a spawner. Now, in a way, that's a good thing because it is going to mean that no one's really going to come this direction without fighting all of them first. Like, sometimes I feel like the AI kind of skirts its way around and kind of ignores its own units, but I would assume they're probably going to want to deal with that first. We've got a bit of a problem this way because of the Imperial Bastion. We don't have a lot of stuff to deal with, heavily armored stuff. We could take on the Dark Eldar early. I think we keep mopping up the Psych Noon, do a bit more exploring. We don't really have much to take out a city currently, honestly. We don't really have the tech for it until we build up a bit more, but we'll see what happens. Do have a few units of boys. All we can make are vehicles at the moment. We've got a good situation here with lots of ore coming in. We are working on, what is that, a war boss, some def copters, and we're making Grotz huts to increase our population cap. So that will help. A lot of tech going on. Slumtown increases our tile acquisition radius, which would be nice. We could, like, I think as a priority, I want to get mechs out and get another city settled. We've got a lot of food potential kind of out this way at like plus 50% here, plus 50%. So we could get food and ore going here potentially if we wanted to, if that's not too close. That's definitely a possibility for what we're going to do. Once we've got my war boss, where is the nearest Jakaro trade? I think it's there, actually. So we've got to go way over there to kind of gear up. I do have one item so far, but nothing too fantastic. Just the Laurels of Command, which are pretty mediocre. All right, we're going to go ahead and end turn and see what happens. Make sure everything's working. Hey, all right. Yeah, I don't like them creeping around. They can't steal stuff from me. Oh, I mean, that's new. I don't appreciate that. That's for sure. All right, Slumtown. Outside each fortress original walls, a slum town of Gretchen, Squig, Snotlings, and low-tier orcs has sprung up, while the insidious green fungus has spread everywhere, remaking the world in the orcs' genetic image. Research, I think we want to prioritize. So there's a few things I'm thinking about. Extra healing from orcoid fungus would be good. That gives us an immediate benefit. Tank busters would be nice, but we don't get an immediate benefit because I don't have the building yet for that. The armor for the war boss and the boys would be quite good. Mech guns could help me out quite a bit. Armor penetration of melee weapons also would be quite good. What else? Even more infantry armor. Influence gain of units dealing damage would actually help me. That is true. Production for scrap sheds. Def copters can drop anti-infantry bombs. Also interesting. I think what I'm going to do, I'd love flash kits too. Let's do something quick. So give me the extra healing on Orcoid Fungus, something we can just knock out fairly quickly. This is a problem, because I don't really have a way to deal with like heavily armored targets at the moment. I do want to kill the Psych Noon off. We did get our war boss over here. So you are just going to wander over that direction. Let's level up here. Okay, so we can have an attack squig. We can go more hit points, which is always good. Bust heads, reduce morale loss. Give me more HP. Give me an attack squig. Start with that. And I guess I'll give you the Laurels of Command because I don't have much else to give you, honestly. So we are now negative on our influence, but we do get influence every time we attack stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Anyway, what else did we make? Anything? No, that was it. Okay. All right. Well, I do want to run the buggies down to deal with the Psych Noon. We probably just bail on this, although I do like the power we're getting. I just want to wipe these guys out. They've just been such an irritating hindrance. I think we just bail on this whole situation if we can. If I was to attack you, yeah, we're not doing a lot of damage. I've already lost quite a few of my orcs. I'm going to try to get away. Oh, look, there's another Drukhari trading encampment. I could actually use that. Go ahead, launch an attack. The extra melee attack damage would be nice. The extra armor for our guys would be nice too. So you're fully set. Nothing popped up here. Let's just kind of creep up. Got some more Vespids hanging out. Alright. We could get a Pain Boy. Or a Weird Boy, I mean. It is going to cost me a lot of influence. We're negative at the moment. I don't know that I want to rush that right away. It's not awful. The energy upkeep is a problem, too. The influence upkeep's the biggest issue, though. I think let's just hold off on that for a minute. Oh, I'm going to walk into a whole bunch of fire. Woods kept them safe there. What are you guys doing? Yeah, we're now fully good here. Send in the choppers. Yeah, if I could get more influence, that would also be quite helpful. Are you back to full? No, you're still repairing. All right. Not quite enough for a kill. You know what? I'm going to send you it anyway. Just wipe you out. Okay, War Boss. We are just going to head over very, very far over there to the Drukhari Trading Outpost. Yeah, just let me. Let's just cruise on in here and look around. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to just kind of get away, although, you know what? That looks open, so I'm just going to steal it. They might die, but it's kind of fine. We're just going to leave this position. I don't like losing the energy, but if I have to, oh well. Okay, in our city, we're working on Chopper. We'll have the Habs up, ready to go. So our population can start growing again. The city overall is positive on everything, and overall we're neutral at least on everything. We do have one research facility built into our city here, but I would like to get a lot more stuff going. I think the mechs are probably the main thing I want to get going next. So the mech bit yard, so we can make mechs so we can make another city. I think that's my priority here. Does give me some research. So, yeah, we'll just throw it. I guess we'll have to grab another tile first, and we can throw it there, maybe. Either one. There or there. And I think, yeah, let's just hold off on the Weird Boy for a bit. Oh, lots of robots. Well, I'm glad we left. That's kind of a giant mess over there. 3 Castellan robots running around is enough to just absolutely ruin my day. I mean, I don't appreciate that. So we've got the fungal forests. So once orc fungal spores are well established across the planet, they can resemble forests, albeit comprised of immense mushrooms, spewing out feral orcs, grots, and squigs. So for research. I don't even have the pile of DACA yet, that's why I'm not worried about that too much. The armor would be nice. Leadership is fine for the moment. If we get another city going, that's going to be a problem. Flash Gits would be... like Flash Gits and the Tank Bustas would both be nice ranged options for us to do some damage. I might just go Flash Gits. Yeah, give me Flash Gits, I think. The armor is for boys and war bosses. Just the basic boys, whereas this is for everybody. Yeah, give me Flash Gits. We're going to want some ranged options for taking out cities and stuff. War boss, let's keep moving. Let's go ahead and start repairing. You can also repair. Sure, you're already there. Are you on... there's orc fungus right there. I'm going to go ahead and roll on up, even though we are damaged here. Because we're inside something we control. It is giving me influence. We can do a bunch of damage. Definitely don't want to go anywhere near those robots. That is very, very bad. We could launch an attack here. I don't know that we'd kill them. He's standing out in the open, too. I mean, there is orcoid fungus here, though, so... Okay, we do slaughter him. Nice. Should get a little bit of healing back from the orcoid fungus. Actually, be more now, because we just did our research on that. I don't think the Dark Eldar have advanced very much. They have kind of creeped around a little bit and grabbed a few things here and there that we've now stolen from them. But kind of keeping an eye. I think they're just kind of filtering in. But if they came this way and just ran into a bunch of robots and this bastion, it's understandable. Alright, choppers. So if I could just park you on some orcoid fungus somewhere, we'll just do that. We're just going to hang out getting ready to go advance this direction, maybe. Maybe. I'm not even sure I want to do that, honestly. Okay, we need to grab a tile so we can get mechs going. So let's grab... either one of these are fine. That one's closer, so we'll do that. We are negative on influence, but if we have stuff to fight, we're kind of okay. I mean, it's only 1 turn difference, so let's just get the copter. There's a lot of wireweed over there. More Psych-Noon running around. In the wireweed. Wonderful. So your Archon, or Succubus, is out here having to run through the wireweed very slowly, which has got to suck. We could just kind of hang out here and regenerate. War Boss. continue on. We've got to go all the way down here to buy some stuff, which is going to put a big dent in our influence. And you look basically fine. The war against the Cycnoon continues. Can't get you in range. You know what, let's, instead of recovering, let's just get some damage out. You guys heal up and sit tight. We might want to redirect somebody over that way. I don't know that I really want to push up here, honestly. I feel like that's a really good barrier to have. But I do want to have, like, at least 3 of you kind of in this vicinity. We do need to eventually go here if we do the quest. Let's just sit tight. Okay. Grabbing the tile. We can get mechs going. Like, even though we're negative, we are going up. I'd like to get to, like, 600-ish before I buy another unit. At least 560, because he's going to cost me 60 up front. Yeah, Succubus is looking around in the wireweed and like, nah, I don't like being here. I'm going to leave. Just keep making more orcs. Where did they go? I don't like that I don't know where they went. I mean, we could go hunting. You're the most hurt. Can I find... There's got to be... Yeah, there's lots of orcoid fungus. Just go hang out on the orcoid fungus. Oh, that's the wrong squad. You hang out on the orcoid fungus, please. Just kind of looking in the woods. Yeah, I don't see anything. But there are all those robots out here, so I really don't want to go chasing after them. I feel like that is a bad idea. Let me do a little scout. Okay. Nothing. Just gonna have these guys hang out, protecting that border, just in case things do go horribly wrong. Okay, we want our mechs, not the scrap shed. Bits yard. We could put a scrap shed in there too, honestly. Scrap shed gives me production or influence. We do have an ore bonus there. It is pretty good on research too, so I wouldn't mind some research. Could get a weird boy poll for some influence increase. Could do more research. Lots of things I definitely need. We don't even have our basic infantry, the pile of Daka, which would be good to have somewhere too. We could throw that out here maybe. That's a 30% ore. I don't know, ore's not really being much of a problem, but it will be as we go up. So yeah, maybe I'll throw another ore out there next. We'll see. Loyalty could become a big problem if I start getting my population going up and we build another city, though. So, can you make it? No, not quite. All right. You're fine. You sit tight and repair. Back to full strength here. Just gonna hang out there for a bit. I'd really like to find where those Cycnoon went, so I do want to exterminate them. Well, we'll just shoot that now, I guess. Wait, did we lose control of this? Yes, we did. Okay. Promethium pipes have been lost. We're just going to hold ground here for now. Yeah, I think once we get the mechs going, I would like ore, and then maybe we grab another tile to get the basic pile of DACA up so we can make some other units, like our flash kits. Mech guns would be nice too. Oh goody, enslavers. Please don't take control of my unit. They're my only boys I have. Yeah, I think we just bail on that whole situation. Okay. Just gonna do this kind of for the free influence here. It's a little bit of XP, a little bit of ore as well. Okay, you guys need to just get away from the enslavers. Almost repaired. Alright, let's get in here and buy some stuff. It is going to cost me a bunch, but we want some good things that are going to help me do a lot of damage. Adamantium Weave Vest, +2 armor. Yes, absolutely. Zothide Jerkin, extra health and healing. Yes, please. We're already down quite a bit. I do want something that's going to give me some more damage. Increased melee damage for the powered gauntlet. I do like the Dusk Blade. Drukhari digital weapon actually can be quite helpful for these guys because they mostly do close combat damage. So if there's something that flies, we can't engage it. So this is actually really helpful for that. But it is very pricey. What else would I want? There's something else. Yeah, I often take this for just an extra armor too. That's pretty cheap. Let's do that. I can have 2 more items. I'm really tempted to take the Drukhari digital weapon, but I think I'll wait. It's just too pricey for right now. So we'll just make him into a beast. A very healthy beast. Yeah, we'll just hold our borders. Just get buggy shots here too. Nice. Only one of them survives to actually do an attack if they want to do that. I mean, plasma grenade or something there? Not so nice. Well, let's just gun them down. Any... Can't reach the Orkoid fungus there. Alright, just go into that for now. Plan to heal up. I don't see anything. I think I get shot from here, so I'm going to hold off. I don't appreciate the enslavers coming around. We'll just kind of prepare in case more enslavers or other neutral units or whatever wants to come after me. You're going to go that way. And we're just going to hold here as well. Okay. keep pumping out copters. I mean, I kind of feel like we've got the ore for it. Although these guys cost more up front, the war buggies. It's the upkeep that I'm kind of looking at. I don't know that we have the energy resources to keep pumping out copters, so give me some more buggies for now. Pretty sure that was the sound of Psychnoon somewhere. Flashgits, amongst the richest and most obnoxious of their warlike breed, Flashgits travel the galaxy, engaging in acts of outrageous piracy and wanton vandalism. They hire themselves out as mercenaries to Ork warbands, basking in the envy of boys jealous of their flashy kit and prodigious daca. Despite their ostentation, Flashgits give a warboss all the kill power he pays for. Completely lethal in gun battles, boarding actions, and the like, a mob of Gits opening fire is nothing short of cataclysmic. A punishing hail of energy bolts and bullets fill the air. Flashgits victims coming apart amid sprays of blood and blossoms of flame before they get stomp the life out of anyone left surviving. So, snaz guns, range is only 2, that's too bad. I was expecting a bit more for that. We might have to go for the tank guys to take out the cities rather than these guys. I thought we'd have at least a range 3. Damage isn't great, does do a lot of attacks. Armor penetration could be better. There's probably a way to upgrade. Yeah, we can get more accuracy. Stick bombs. Alright. Well. You're sitting tight. We know we have enslavers creeping around. I'm gonna go take this back. Hopefully the robots don't come back. We can scout, so let's do that. Well, there's a robot. There's so many of them. If they just show up, we just need to bail. Yeah, mainly I'm concerned about other stuff over here. I don't see much. That is true. Just gonna kind of watch. Okay, we stay. All right. One more turn, we'll have the mechs ready to go. Population has already gone up to 8, so we're good on that. More population in a turn. Loyalty's still positive. That's going to change fairly quickly, though. Research. Mech guns would be tempting. Infantry armor, if we start making infantry, would be nice. The bombs, mainly anti-infantry, though. I would like the increased influence. That would be great. This will help my war boss as well, the Choppa. I'm probably going to need the loyalty. Soonish, so let's do that. Yeah, I knew I heard some of these creeping around. Okay, we got our mech yard. We could make a push up there. Still do some damage here. Bit more concerned about the enslavers, but I do want to kill these Psychnoon. Yeah, let's try to take them out. Got the war boss here, but we can't reach. Can I see them from there? Yeah, we can. Let's see if we can lure them out. I don't think they can take control of my characters. At least I certainly hope not. Alright, so we can make a mech now. I think that's worth it. We probably want to build into the city soon-ish. Energy is a minor problem. I mean, that's 40%, so it doesn't really matter what we build here. We've got, I think, like plenty of ore for the moment, anyway. But I wouldn't mind having another one. But at the energy cost, I'm not sure it's worth it. So we could just throw some energy in. Or some influence production. Either one of those would be nice. But I do have other tiles I want to grab as well. And of course we want the Pile of Daka. Pile of Daka does give me some food, influence, and loyalty. Alright, let's go ahead and just do that, I think. It's not an ideal spot, but we can live with it. We'll hold off on characters for the moment. Okay, they just went for a physical attack. These guys are recovering. Gonna reposition so we can get my war boss in here. Need you guys to die. Yeah, because they're flyers, I can't use my guys. We're just gonna shoot. It looks like we are gonna kill them. Very nice. It's my gun anyway, so we've got the Power Claw. Rocket launcher, not bad damage. Range 2, good armor penetration. Alright. We took them out. I creep around, because I do know there's robots that might come after me here. Just gonna be ready. We're back to 400. How long does it take to make a weird boy? 5 turns. If we're fighting stuff, I feel like that's reasonable, and we could get a few things to keep you a bit more healthy. I'd like to get an influence building first before I get you up, but we are making, like, this Pile of Daka does give us a little bit of influence. And some loyalty, so that's going to help. The power is a bit of an issue. Alright, give me the... We'll start on the weird boy, too. Fighting pits. Orcs don't establish dominance by persuasion, but by brute force. A knob or a war boss is simply a bigger orc, and the longer they fight, the bigger they get. Fights for dominance or dispute are often worked out in ritual pits, entertaining the whole warband in the process. It's an unfortunate orc that confuses these pits with the identical-looking drops, the orc toilets. Alright, for research. So, because we are making one of these, let's get this done. So, production increase for them. Just get that knocked out super quick. Buggy, we're going to head over to the Dark Eldar front. And robot front. I mean, we could make a push on the Dark Eldar. I feel like this is their only city. And we've kind of been killing everything they make. Like, we either do that or we go fight the robots. And I feel like the city's a better bet than the robots. Oh, look what we found. Walked right into some guys. I mean, that was a pretty decent amount of damage. Shouldn't this be available? Didn't I take that? I would have sworn I took that. I mean, we do have a grenade. I can do 3. The grenade would do 3.5. I feel like that was way more than what it said for our damage estimate there. Just gonna think about this. Let's not go too far up. My boss did take some damage. Leveled up as well. Yeah, it's just passive, so I guess it's an automatic thing we get. Yeah, give me more health. Let's just make him a tank of tanks. Yeah, more buggies. Okay, we are bleeding a bit of influence now. We need to start fighting some stuff. I'm gonna jink, so we can kind of go in and look around. Okay, we didn't take too much. Suck that up. Let's scout. Nothing. There's nothing here. Alright. We seem to have kind of beat up the Dark Eldar a bit. They might have sent, like, they had some stuff out here. They were expanding. They probably ran into the robots and were like, ah, crap, and then ran into us. So it just was not a good start for them with what they ran into. I can't get in. That is part of the city, so it will give me some cover. I'm not sure I have the firepower to take out a city here, but we're going to do what we can. I'm going to have to go, like, right in. Don't have vision anywhere, it looks like. We can push into the city more, we'll have vision next turn. Nothing advancing over here. Quite a bit of damage. 12. More Daka. The best shoot I ever made, there is loads of barrels, so that is dead shooty. Except that one, because that's a scorcher, that's Bernie instead. Yeah, good and proper, and the bullets is sploshy. They goes boom in the things, what you shooting. And that button there, that's the best bit. What it does is, that's og. No, it's nothing, boss. No, you don't need to see what the button does. It's, don't push it! Crazy mechs. Alright. Tank busters. I think this is just regular boys. I don't think it applies to these guys. Mech guns. Extra infantry armor. I'm gonna do that, I guess. It doesn't make too much of a difference. So yeah, that was like half these guys' health. So if we hang out, we definitely want to jink with them. Alright. Boss, let's get in here. Do some damage. Do we send the boys in? I feel like they're going to get wrecked, but we'll give them an opportunity. 5.5, the grenade. 2.8, yeah. Doing this is going to give me a lot of influence. We're just going to keep doing lots and lots of attacks. Might want to just pull them back. We could jink and stay and hope that they don't get killed. But I feel like that is not a great plan. So we'll go do some repairs. Tau don't surf. That's a Apocalypse Now reference. Charlie don't surf. Alright. How long is this going to take? Didn't go for my infantry. My buggies can kind of take a bit of abuse, whereas the choppers aren't quite as good at that. Yeah, it's really filling up my influence. It's a shame to see the Dark Eldar getting wrecked so early on. We could probably hang out here another turn. If we take about 12 damage from another shot, we should survive. But I don't do much damage, so what's the point, honestly? So let's back on out. Hey, we've got our mech. So mech, I think we want to build somewhere out here. We've got all this food production. Energy would also be good. There's some production down here. That's also potentially a positive. Up here we've got energy, but that's kind of in a contested zone. So, production or food? Food is okay. We could ramp it up pretty crazy. In which case we want to go somewhere over here. We've got like the 50% food. Then there's a 20%. We can make those better as well. Or do we do the production? I kind of like the production. But it's very similar kind of tiles and stuff. 50% food, I mean, like right there wouldn't be a terrible spot. Yeah, I might do that, actually. If I was to found a city right there, it's a little bit of energy. There's a lot of production. Yeah, I feel like that's like my best option for the moment. I don't need another mech, but I probably want to research the mech guns. We can start getting some other stuff going with that. So after the armor, maybe we go mech guns. Okay, that was quite a big hit, but I think we can probably take this out. We've got another buggy coming in. There's my mech. Nothing out this way. Got my weird boy. Okay, weird boy. We have options. Extra research, definitely quite nice. Melee attacks, special attack. Let's do research, special attack, something like that. And then I want to get you geared up as well. Actually, can my mechs clear tiles too? Yeah, they can. So I might want to make mechs just to do that and clear some of this wireweed that's all over the place, causing some problems here and there. Nothing showing up. Gonna hold there. Don't think I can get you... Well, we can take shots there. Get you involved. Most of the damage is my war boss. I think I can kill the city off right now. Yep. Might be it for the Dark Eldar. Yep. Oh no, we zogged them so hard back in front that they ran off into the big doors. Come back, spiky pointed heads. We'll give you another crack at this. Come on, please. Well, that is unfortunate. I mean, I feel like they should have just put up a better fight. That's all. They really should have just put up a better fight. That's what we really want. Is there orkoid fungus anywhere I can take? I don't see any, but sometimes when it's mixed terrain, it's hard to see. Yeah, I don't see anything around. Disappointing. Alright. Well, I do want you to repair up. Why don't you just repair where you're at? Yeah, the poor Drukhari. Okay, we've got lots of options. Hey, we got the pile of Deca, so we can do Killer Cans, we can do the Flash Gits. Basic boys I'm not really interested in at all. Flash Gits don't cost me too much. Killer Cans are pretty reasonable, actually. I would like another mech to maybe clear some tiles. I think let's do... Give me a Killer Can first. Give me a buggy. The city itself. We could definitely use influence, but we could also use power. We could do more research, too. Another research facility honestly wouldn't be awful. We've got one. We're going kind of slow on that front. Scrap sheds don't give me any research. Since we've got the research bonus, give me some more research for now. Alright, let's go ahead and just do that. I know what you guys are doing. I'm going to found my other city. Nothing else has shown up. I guess I should have had you check that out since we were here. We can backtrack now that you're up. So that's one taken care of. Just going to form a line here. Okay. You are repairing. You're repairing. You're repairing. I would like you to heal up too. Yeah, just do that. Just stay where you're at. Everybody else is pretty much fine. Even grabbing this extra energy here, we're just barely positive on energy, which is going to be more of a problem as we go forward. So energy and influence might be the next things we got to worry about. Yeah, don't want to make any more characters for now. Population keeps going up. We'll have more armor soon. Let's execute our order, see what kind of chaos happens with this. Yeah, Loth has immediately gone down the crapper in our original city, which we'll have to deal with. Okay, so here. In our core, we could just do food, since we've got the 50%. I feel like that's not a terrible idea. We've got the scrap sheds. And the boss tower. We could do more scrap sheds. It's generally just a nice building to have. There's a lot of energy upkeep. We probably want to prioritize energy if we can. We've got a clear 3 tiles for energy there and nothing else. So maybe we just go ahead and grab that. And we'll just plan on building like our energy, all of our energy production right there. Yeah, with the loyalty going down, our production in our main city is going to go in the crapper, so we definitely need to get that loyalty building up and going. So that's probably our next priority above everything else. Let's go ahead and start scouting a bit. Okay. They are looking around. Let's do a little scout. Okay, well, we can do some damage from range. Don't have to worry about the wireweed because we're flyers, skimmers. They might push in on me, I don't know. Not quite enough to kill you, that's too bad. but getting a bunch more influence there for some attacks. Let's start looking this way. We know there's a bunch of robots over there. Which is a problem. Hey, you're back to full health already. Sweet. Alright. And you're fully geared and ready to go. Yeah, I think we're set here for the main city. We just need to, once our research facility's done, grab another tile and put a loyalty building on it, probably. I'm not sure where we're going to grab another tile. There's a lot of ore potential around. I think I still can put orkoid fungus somewhere. Yeah, we don't have orkoid fungus there or there, so we can still spread that. But we do that instead of doing something else with our city, and right now we're working on the research. Okay, they backed off. But the other two are going to come in. Oh, lots of them are going to come in. All right. Okay, to any other race, orc armor seems ridiculous. Great lumps of thick metal plates attached by cables, nails, and nonsensical apparatuses, painted gold by lumpen mechs and grots. But with a little bit of orc belief, it works like a charm. So, we do have scrap sheds around, so this isn't terrible. More influence gain. Mech guns. It says anti-air, but I think they're 3 range from what I remember, but it's been a long time, so I'm not even sure they were a 3 range unit. If we go ahead and move on up, we can get knobs and mega armor, which is pretty awesome. I think for influence issues, I want Fear the Orcs, but I want production too, so I'm going to go Boss Speaker, and probably both of those we'll grab. Alright, this whole mess. You're only at 12. But you are in the woods. I mean, our damage estimate isn't bad. We'll just prioritize killing one of you. If they keep spawning, we can kind of fight them until we run out of units that are healthy. But it'll give me a bunch of influence. Get some XP that way. This is a whole other mess, though. I do have a scout up. Nothing. Okay. So we can kind of sneak in here. I mean, as sneaky as orcs get, anyway. I don't know. I mean, this could connect further up. Like, that's possible. We might want to go scouting. Yeah, I think we're all set. What's my other city doing? Grabbing a tile. Have it next turn. Okay. When we start taking losses, it's not really worth it to stay to fight. So I think we'll go ahead and do my actions, and then we'll call it here for today. Did get another buggy, so you head that way. Nothing else crazy. Okay. Probably want to disengage. But we'll do some damage. I don't know if we can get a kill here. Yeah, we'll hang out for the kill. More XP for us. So you should have a scout ready. Okay, we did walk into a robot, which is not great. Let's check out the area. It's only one robot by himself. If I could get my war boss up there. I move a little faster. Still not fast enough. Didn't give me another tile. It's too bad. Yeah, I've got to be right on him because of the woods to actually see him. Where did the other two robots go, is my concern. Oh, there they are. I was hoping they were not around, but they are. I can see from there for some reason. Yeah, I can't see anything. Just kind of go up here and hang out. The robots will probably make a push on me. We'll see how it goes. Okay, yeah, I think power is our priority here. But I do have this nice spot here for food if we need it. For the moment, though, yeah, let's get power going. Over here, we definitely need loyalty. If I grab another tile, do any of them kind of suck? Not really. We've got lots of ore potential at almost all of them, it seems like. The research is a bit more rare, but if we expand down this way, we'll have it. I could just put the loyalty building in here. It does feel like a bit of a waste. If I grab something. The 2020 here isn't too bad. Yeah, let's do that, and we'll put a loyalty building down there. Then I'm just going to go for more buggies, I think. Okay, So we'll go ahead and call it there. So this is a good amount of progress. We wiped out the Dark Eldar. We're sort of expanding out, looking around. I don't know, like, I feel like we've seen enough that probably is ocean, but I don't know 100% that that's ocean there. It might go up and connect, but more likely it goes around and connects further up. The robots here are definitely a problem, so we'll have a bit of a war on the robots here. So fighting the neutrals here probably is our relatively new future as we progress on up. But we'll kind of see how it goes. All right, this has been more Warhammer 40,000 Gladius Relics of War. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.